start implementing upsells. You'll make money with it almost immediately. You'll thank us later. Welcome to eCom Hackers TV. Now, in today's episode, to kick things off, we're going to cover the top 5 e-commerce strategies for beginners, right? And as I said earlier, when you're first getting started and you're trying to get your business to that 10K a month in sales, that's probably the most difficult thing you're going to do as a store owner, right? Getting from 0 to 100. I've seen that with my clients. I know you've seen that with yours as well.
Hard. It's a little tough to get it off the ground, but once you get there, the momentum starts really going. But of course, we're going to try to cover how to get to that 0 to 60, So
yeah, hey, 99% of stores never reach that level of sales. So, the strategies that we're going to cover today are really going to, help you kind of put your profits on the fast track. If you're just getting started or you're making under 10 grand a month, these are tactics that can actually help you right away. We're going to cover how to upsell more products so you can actually increase your average order value. We're going to cover how to transform your store traffic into buyer leads. We're going to cover how to optimize your product pages for more sales. We're going to cover how to optimize your checkout processes for more sales. And we're also going to talk about the easiest way to combat people that are abandoning their carts, right? Leaving money on the table. And, for our members only exclusive bonus lesson, we're going to talk about Facebook ads for beginners. But before we get into the tips, Ralph, let's go ahead and introduce ourselves, and let everybody know who we are.
Perfect. I'll go ahead. My name is Ralph. I'm a digital marketer, really specializing in search engine optimization and conversion rate optimization, which is really just finding out how to get your site found on the search engines, and also to make sure that your site is really easy to use and simple for people to check out. I've worked with service-based businesses and then moved on to e-commerce, and now I spend most of my time helping businesses that are bringing in over $1 million in revenue using some of the tactics that we're going to go over today.
Bam, there you go. And my name is Mike Ayo. I am the founder of MaxerSales.com. And I used to actually work with a 9-figure e-commerce store, Staples.com. A lot of you are familiar with it. That's where I got my start in digital marketing. From there, I transitioned into working with local digital marketing agencies. And, over the past 2 years, I've actually been specializing in e-commerce, working with store owners that are, from everyone from just getting started out to stores that are doing, $10,000, $20,000, $30,000 a month in overall sales. And, big part of what I want to help you all do is really, take your store to the next level. There's a tremendous opportunity right now in e-commerce. No matter where you're watching this video from, when you look around, you're seeing stores close down, right? The traditional retail model is not effective anymore, and everybody's rushing online. It is the wild, wild west, and we created this show to help you take advantage, right? Put your cowboy hat on and really take it to the next level. So, that's a little bit about me and Ralph. And, Ralph, you ready to dive into the actual tips, or what do you think?
Yeah, man, I think we're ready. So let's talk about the first strategy that we have here, which is an upselling strategy, right? You're starting to get a little bit more people visiting the site, might be buying a product here or two, but how do we get them to increase that order value, right? And that's really where the upselling strategy comes into play, and getting them to kind of upgrade the products or buy a couple more products on their way while they're visiting the site.
Yeah, for sure. Would you like fries with that? Upselling is the oldest, one of the oldest sales hacks that you can do, right? And it amazes me how many, stores are not actually using this to increase their value. Because listen, it's hard to get a customer, right? It takes a lot of work. It's not cheap, and your customer value is everything, right? How much does it cost you to get that customer? What upselling does is it allows you to get more from every customer, right? So if you're not upselling right now in your store, just by adding upsells and bundles to your store right now, to your offers right now, you're going to see an increase in revenue basically overnight from the moment you roll it out. It's just a certain percentage of people that buy are going to buy more. So if you're going to be working hard to get a customer, you might as well add that on. And there's tons of different apps and different things that you can use, that can really help you, even if you're just getting started. So that's really the power of upselling.
We could talk a little bit about why it's important. Upselling is a technique that is used to build deeper relationships with your customers, help them get exposed to additional products that may help them or they may like, and then they pretty much learn to really trust your brand. Your store sells one product that they were, exposed to, and they found out that you have a bunch of other products that they can use and feel comfortable coming back to. And what that essentially does is it increases your customer lifetime value and helps them come back for more. So definitely a bunch of benefits that comes with upselling. And now let's talk about some ways on how to implement that on an e-commerce store.
Yeah, for sure. Well, here are the big keys, right, to successfully upselling. Right. And again, this is no matter what you sell. If you only sell one thing, you can sell them more, right? If you sell multiple things, then you sell complements to each other. So the big thing, big keys is, one, you want to make sure that anything that you're upselling is related to the original product, right? For example, let's say that you sell fitwear, right? And someone is buying leggings, you can upsell them the matching top, right? Or if you look at, go to any electronics website or like bestbuy.com, right? That's a great example. You notice, you try to buy a computer. What do? They're upselling you a mouse, they're upselling you a keyboard, they're upselling you a protection plan, they're upselling you virus protection, the whole 9 yards, right?
A lot of times you'll see it too. On the bottom of the website, they'll say most people bought this product with, or similar products. They'll show a section that just shows similar products. So that's an example of what he means when you check out a site like Best Buy and they have the upsell techniques right there.
Yeah, it's definitely, you want to get as much in your customer's cart as possible, right? Whether it's complementary products, whether it's more of the same products, no matter what, if your average order value is, say, $20 to $30, let's say it's $30, right? And you can get some sort of an upsell in there, some sort of an add to cart, some sort of a bundle, right? Customers also bought whatever. And you can take that from $30 to $40. What does that mean for your bottom line? If you get the exact same amount of customers each month, but you just increase their average order value from 30 to 40.
Right. Definitely a direct impact to your bottom line.
Yep. So a couple things when you are also doing your upselling, you also want to be price conscious, right? One of the big keys to successful upselling is pricing your products in a way that is complementary to what they're paying. So if someone is buying something for, $47, you can upsell them for something cheaper than $47 or typically up to 3 times the cost, right? So, $47 to $147 or $47 on down. Again, if it's something for $27, you want to maybe keep it under $100, that's going to help you increase your actual take rate and your conversion rate on the actual upsell itself. So again, there's tons of different apps that you can use that will actually do a lot of this stuff for you. So, again, this is definitely a beginner-friendly tactic because anybody can roll out upsells, right? You probably already have the SKUs on your store right now. It's just adding them when someone is checking out. And that's going to allow you to, again, you roll out upsells and bundles to your store today if you want to. So, Ralph, what are some of the apps that they can use?
So some of the apps, I guess for Shopify users, there's a really good app called Product Upsell that you could just literally use in the App Store and connect it straight to your site. Fairly easy to set up, takes about 5 minutes, and then you'll start seeing upsells within your site. There's also Zipify and ClickFunnels as well.
Yeah. Folks, if you're in e-commerce, I strongly recommend using Shopify. If you're using something other than Shopify, if you're using BigCommerce, you're using WooCommerce, you're using Magento, you're using, fill in the blank, right? There is a reason that Shopify is the #1 e-commerce platform in the world, right? It's super simple to use, and there's tons and tons and tons of different apps and different extensions. Think of it like an iPhone, right? You have that app store where you can get all this different stuff that can make your iPhone more powerful. It's the same thing with Shopify. Shopify has all kinds of different apps that you can add that, have their own little tutorials. They're super simple to use, right? And they make your store more powerful. So when it comes to upselling, again, you can use product upsell. That's something that you can find in the product marketplace. Zipify is a one-click upsell. So there's different kinds of upsells, right? Product upsell is like a pre-purchase upsell. That is one of those things where you can, you go and you're getting ready to check out, and then right before you're done checking out, it can, offer you something else to complement the order, and you can pick and choose what it's going to offer. Zipify allows you to do what's called a post-purchase upsell. And that is basically, hey, you just bought this. Hey, go ahead and grab this also at this discount, right? 10 to 20% off, whatever. Get this complimentary product and add it to your order. And they can do it as a one click, and basically using the exact same card as they used in the last transaction. Now they can add something to their order. Right. So both of these apps, again, they're available on the Shopify in the Shopify store. You find them, add them to your store, and that's going to help you start, implementing upsells and increasing your average order from day one. ClickFunnels is another tool that you can use, and that's more for funnels, and you can kind of do a lot more with your different product offers. It's a really, really powerful tool. We're going to do an episode literally dedicated to ClickFunnels moving forward. But that's something that I definitely recommend, that if you're in e-commerce, you also look it up. It's a tool that can really, really help you make a lot of money in e-commerce pretty quickly.
Awesome. And yeah, that pretty much concludes the first strategy that we wanted to go over. Again, you implement this into your site using some of the tools that we mentioned here, and we know that you'll see results immediately. So go ahead and work out these upsell strategies and get it onto your site.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, look no further than your favorite store. When you shop online, you'll see them doing it. You'll see them doing things to get you to add it to your cart. Now that you're looking for it, you're going to start to see it everywhere. So there's no reason that you can't do it. Also, no matter how long you've been doing this, no matter how far along your store is, start implementing upsells. You'll make money with it almost immediately. You'll thank us later. That's strategy number one. Okay. So moving on to strategy number 2 of our top 5 e-commerce strategies for beginners is email lead generation, right? Thanks for watching eCom Hackers TV. We really appreciate it. If you like action-packed content to help you increase your online sales while working less, smash that like button and subscribe to the channel. If you'd like a one-on-one strategy session with one of our e-commerce experts, you can use the link in the description below to apply for a free session today. Talk to you soon.